Trump has decided to block the U.S. Users from using TikTok and also WeChat. This will take place on Sunday. You'll recall that the deadline was set for the 20th. I should say this is a report from Reuters citing sources. We have not confirmed this news independently yet, but Reuters headlines crossing right now saying that the Trump administration has now blocked TikTok as well as WeChat. That would take place on Sunday. It would end, if this is the case, what has now been a saga and soap opera for several months now about the future of these two companies. Of course, Chinese-based, TikTok owned by ByteDance. It would also, I imagine, end the conversation between Oracle and Walmart, which were in talks.
It's not over till it's over, isn't it? You don't think this is? It's
not over till it's over, but.
You don't think this is like putting some pressure?
Excuse me?
You don't think this is putting some pressure on to change on both sides, maybe to change the structure of how they were going to do it, Andrew? I mean, we got till Sunday, right? I mean, is it really going to happen?
I don't know. I'm telling you that this report says that the Commerce Department will, quote, deplatform the two apps in the United States and bar Apple Store and Alphabet, which of course owns Google, and others from offering these apps on any platform that could be reached from within the United States. This, according to a senior commerce official telling Reuters. This news, as I mentioned, literally just crossing as Dom was speaking there this morning. We're going to continue to report this out and try to bring you more information. Could this be part of a negotiating process? Pressure. Perhaps, but unclear. One of the things that's been so complicated about this is it's unclear how you negotiate the national security issue. Right. Meaning, once you've decided it's a national security threat, and that the process, and as you know, ByteDance and the Chinese government did.
You remember you remember the national security threats of Huawei. We were like, getting around them with trade, with little things we wanted in trade. It goes back and forth. It's like whether that's right or not, whether it's ethical or not, they all seem like bargaining chips sometimes. And I thought, what the bargaining chip here was going to be the 20,000 jobs or the 25,000 jobs that were supposedly going to take care of some of the things that you're talking about. But in a perfect world, if you stuck to your guns, this was not going to pass muster. Maybe you should be glad. And, maybe there's some principles.
It appears, based on this report, that the administration may, in fact, be sticking to its guns, and it's what it originally laid out, which was that the company had to be wholly owned and full control by a U.S. company. That was something that, as you know, ByteDance, in large part because of the pressure that had been put on them by the Chinese government, had said, no, we're not going to do that. And that this transaction, as I was reporting earlier this week, looked a lot like the transaction that the Trump administration, with some tweaks, that the Trump administration had effectively rejected back over the summer when Microsoft had been in talks earlier about a minority interest in the company and effectively hosting so much of TikTok on Azure. But I would also say, we focus a lot on TikTok on this program over the past week or two now, given just the constant headlines about what was going to happen with this particular deal. But the implications for WeChat being shut down in the United States are real. As you know, WeChat is like water in China. Everybody has it. It is the way people inside China communicate, and it's really the way that business executives in the United States communicate with their partners in China. So it's going to be very interesting to see what kind of damage that does, and in particular, and we should probably show maybe Apple stock as well, what that might mean to Apple as a company, because Apple won't be able to have WeChat on its phones. Google technically won't either, but I wonder whether on Google you'd be able to create some kind of workarounds and the like, and maybe outside of a Google authorized store, because as you know, Google can have multiple app stores on its platform. Apple really does curate and control the whole thing. That unto itself has been a competitive or anti-competitive question, if that is the case. You know what? You want to break